As the force began to approach Caracas, the Joint Air Component began dismantling and disabling the air defense systems in Venezuela. We arrived at Maduro's compound at 1:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 2:01 a.m. Caracas local time, and the apprehension force descended into Maduro's compound and moved with speed, precision, and discipline towards their objective. One of our aircraft was hit but remained flyable, and as the president said earlier today, all of our aircraft came home, and that aircraft remained flyable during the rest of the mission.
Operation Absolute Resolve, a massive operation months in the making, successfully capturing Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife. A CIA source inside Venezuela reportedly assisted with the capture, which was carried out by the Army's elite Delta Force. Here to discuss it, former CIA Caracas Station Chief Rick De La Torre. Rick, thank you for being here. Talk to me about the role that the CIA played in intelligence, both on identifying Maduro's location, his habits, as well as perhaps some of the targets that were struck to make the pathway open for them to do the extraction.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me. Yeah, generally when these sorts of operations are conducted, we rely on human intelligence sources to provide us the moment-to-moment interactions of of the target, the objective that we're trying to go after. This obviously takes weeks, months of preparation. Usually, these human sources are recruited over a very long period of time, and they're recruited for a number of reasons. Sometimes they ideologically line up with us. Other times they want money. Other times they've fallen completely out of the inner circle that they're trying to that they in the past were protecting. So we develop a relationship with them. We make sure to that we keep them protected and their identities and work and collaborate with them so that they can assist us in collecting this kind of information. We then take that information and give it to our colleagues over at the Department of Defense or whether it's DHS or DEA or whomever, and then they go out and plan their operations and conduct them.
And it seems, Rick, that when you look at the teams that pulled this together, the CIA intelligence, the Delta Force operators, and the Night Stalkers to bring them in, really getting these three components to work in hand flawlessly is really part of why this is such a remarkable operation.
It's amazing. It's absolutely a textbook, flawless, nearly perfect operation that relied on not just those three organizations, but trust me, there's a whole alphabet soup of agencies and departments behind all this too. Everything, even up into our newly established space forces, played a significant role in that. It's protecting the folks that you're inserting into this theater, making sure that they can get in safely and get out safely. It's providing the overwatch support to make sure nothing it changes at the last moment in the theater. It's a huge and heavy lift, and really there's no other country in the world that can conduct these kinds of operations. There just really isn't. And I think this sends a significant message to all our adversaries around the world, and particularly in Latin America. But it sends us a very powerful message that the United States is back. We're back in this hemisphere, and there's nothing that Iran, China, Russia, or any of those powers can actually do about it.
I've got 10 seconds left, Rick, but is there a message also for the Mexican cartels?
Oh, you bet there is. There's a message for particularly the folks in the Morena party, where overwhelmingly a vast majority of them are on the paybooks of the cartels. This administration, I think, has made it perfectly clear you can't be the head of a state and at the same time be in bed with narco terrorists. You're going to have to make some choices, and those are going to be some pretty hard choices. But I think we're sick and tired of losing 60,000 Americans a year to fentanyl.
Well, it's pretty clear Nicolas Maduro made the wrong choice. Rick De La Torre, thank you for taking time.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.